Let me take you on a fascinating journey through time, exploring how the Bible as we know it today came to be. It's a story that spans over 2 millennia, filled with dedicated scholars, revolutionary translations, and the pursuit of making sacred texts accessible to all. Our story begins with the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Tanakh, written between 1200 and 165 BCE. This collection of ancient texts formed the foundation of what would become the Old Testament. But as Greek became the common language of the ancient world, a need arose for translation. Enter the Septuagint, created between the 3rd and 2nd centuries BCE, making these sacred texts accessible to Greek-speaking Jews and early Christians. Fast forward to the late 4th century CE, and we meet Jerome, who undertook the monumental task of creating the Latin Vulgate. This translation, completed around 405 CE, became the standard Bible of the Catholic Church for over 1,000 years. Imagine the dedication required to spend 23 years translating ancient texts. The real revolution began in the late 14th century with John Wycliffe. In a time when owning an English Bible could get you executed, Wycliffe and his followers dared to translate the Vulgate into Middle English between 1382 and 1395. This was the first complete Bible in English, though it was based on the Latin rather than the original Hebrew and Greek. Then came William Tyndale in 1526, who changed everything by translating directly from Hebrew and Greek sources. His work was so influential that about 80% of his wording survived in the later King James Version. After Tyndale came a rapid succession of English translations. Miles Coverdale completed his Bible in 1535, filling in the gaps Tyndale hadn't finished, using Latin and German sources. The story gets even more interesting with Matthew's Bible in 1537, which cleverly combined Tyndale and Coverdale's work. This was followed by the Great Bible of 1539, the first authorized English Bible for church use. The Geneva Bible appeared in 1560, becoming the people's favorite with its accessible study notes and modern format. It was even the Bible the Pilgrims brought to America. The Church of England, concerned about the Geneva Bible's Calvinist influence, produced the Bishop's Bible in 1568. But the most famous translation was yet to come. In 1611, the King James Version was published, commissioned by King James I to create a unifying translation for the Church of England. This version would dominate the English-speaking Christian world for over 300 years. It's remarkable to think that each of these translations represented not just a linguistic achievement, but often a risk to the translators' lives, a political statement, and a step toward making these ancient texts accessible to ordinary people. The English Bible we know today is truly the product of centuries of dedication, scholarship, and sometimes even martyrdom.